Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. All right, today's video is going to be slightly different because not only are we going to do a build and price on a particular Bronco, I want to tell you why I think it might be the best off-road vehicle to get, especially in the Bronco line, because recently, here in the last few days, I drove one off-road at Tennessee, in Maryville, Tennessee, the Bronco off Rodeo. Absolutely amazing place, amazing course, some of the best trail guides I have ever met, and particularly the one that we had. Darren was awesome, a very good technical coach and teacher um, for off roading. So, very cool stuff. So, that's one thing that helped. But I want to tell you, I don't do a tremendous amount of off roading, especially like this. So, full disclosure, don't have the 20 years experience doing it. However, the limited experience I've had, I realized that the two-door Badlands, in my opinion, might just be the best Bronco to get, and maybe off-roader in general, to go off-roading in those tight trails where you have, well, quite frankly, a lot of technical difficulty getting through. You know, Tennessee, the Smoky Mountains, so you kind of know the terrain, heavy treed, slightly wet, not too bad, but there's a lot of drop offs. You're in the mountains, you're all that. So let's head on over to Ford.com and we're going to do the build and price on this. And I want to show you. So you go to Ford.com. Obviously, they have a very easy website to maneuver. You click on build and price on the bottom left. I've already done that. And now let's click on 2025 Bronco. All right, start your build. We're going to start our build. I'm going to make this real easy. You know the trims that are out there. Let's just scroll on over and find the Badlands. All right, so what we have here, the two doors already checked. If you're doing a build and price, make sure you pay attention, two-door or four-door. There again, I mentioned this in another video. You cannot get the four-door in, or excuse me, the two-door in all of the trims now. So, you know, right here in front of me, there's more Outer Banks, the Heritage Edition, a few of those that's just, you know, four door. But the Badlands, you can get two door or four door. And of course, the stroke Bronco is based on the two door as well. So let's start our build. So here we go. As far as colors concerned, I don't want to spend too much time on this. I know you have ruby red that took the place of the hot pepper. We do have eruption green. You know, we have an eruption green Bronco. I've got to tell you, that color is spot on. If I was going to do one here, what would it be? What would it be? What would it be? Probably, I'll tell you what I'd do. And this is even an idea I have in my head. Let's go with white on this one, because if I bought this Bronco to do what I want to do with it, I would definitely have a custom wrap on it. It would be something kind of crazy. So we're just going to go white with it. Now, the engine 2.3, the i4. What I don't like about this, it looks like that is our only engine option. Now that's a bummer because the two-door 2.7 is it's a miss not to be able to have that engine, at least based on this building price right here. It does not look like it's included. So we just clicked on 2.3. And I'm scrolling down. Yeah, I don't see another option for it. So we have the 2.3, good engine, but my preference is 2.7. So let's just keep going with the build. Advanced 4x4 with on-demand engagement, and that's included. The four-door 4x4 included. What does that mean? Okay, this is just for if it's a four-door, it's included. I don't know why that's in this particular configuration doing the Badlands two-door. So anyway, rear axle 4.7, including rear locking differential. That's obviously a big plus with going to Badlands. You have the mid package. Now, I've said this before. One of the downsides to Lux is the adaptive cruise control in the front. So if you know you're going to be using changing the bumper, whether you get the modular bumper from the factory or if you just get standard capable, and then you do something different with the front bumper and you want a winch and some other accessories, you might want to pay attention to the fact that you're very limited on your bumper and winch combinations with Lux because of the adaptive cruise control. Now, I know there may be some companies now, especially lately, that has come up with a way around that, a workaround. But quite frankly, when it comes to something like that, I'm not messing around with the factory setting. I don't trust the fact that this vehicle is looking ahead and it's accelerating. If you have adaptive cruise control, if you're in cruise control and when you get so far behind a vehicle in front of you, it actually decelerates. And then when that vehicle moves or you change lanes and there's no one right in front of you, it accelerates pretty aggressively too. You want to make sure something like that is obviously not tampered with, and that's my humble opinion. I'm not messing with stuff like that. All right, so we do have, the Lux package. Now, it used to be that people wanted the 12-inch screen so they'd get the Lux. Well, now that 12-inch screen is standard, so that's not an issue. So we're going to keep it with the mid package. I just really wish the 2.7 was included, and based on this building price, it's not included here. So I think that's a miss for 25. I really do. So Sasquatch package, definitely Sasquatch package. It's just totally a must. And you'll see the wheels that's in the picture here, sort of the Everglades throwback kind of a wheel. Um, it's interesting. Black appearance package. I'm not worried about that for an off-road, a heavily like let's call it our off-road project. We're going to get this and heavily modify it. So not too interested in that. What I am interested in is the trailer tow package. So I always, I definitely want that. It gives you so much options, whether it be a ruck rack or a bike rack or a cargo carrier in general, or obviously towing some type of trailer. You know, Ford integrated tether system, fit system. Now we're going to skip that black appearance package graphic. Now on the wheels, I really do like the 17-inch high gloss painted aluminum with the warm alloy beauty ring. This is sort of that standard Bronco look with Sasquatch package. I'm just really, it's a wheel that I like. If I'm doing something different, maybe I pick another wheel. But I think these wheels are a hot commodity to sell, at least aftermarket, at least better than some of the other wheels, maybe. And if I am going to change the tire, put a larger tire, I'm going to put a different wheel on it. I want a wheel that I can get out of. You could say standard. This does add $995. Will you get $995 for it? No, but I think I don't know, maybe you could, especially with the tires. You should be able to. But what I'm looking at is for that short term, I want the look that I want, and this would give me that look. If I was going to change the tires immediately, I would do whatever is just standard. So the tires, they're 35 LT 315 70R17, the rugged terrain RT tires. I think they're slightly short of actual 35 inches. MIC hardtop definitely would go that way here. Obviously, you can get aftermarket soft tops there if you want to do something like that. But you can also get the retractable full twill top. 31.95. I'm sticking with this one. This is good. We're not even going to add anything else to it. I'm not going to add, the top for the body color because this is going to be a vehicle getting pinstriped, and why pay the extra money for that? Remember, this is our off-road project. Okay, so the roof rails with the crossbars in black. I'm definitely doing this. I think this cuts the headache out, the aftermarket stuff. It gives me immediately to be able to start to accessorize the Bronco pretty quick without having to, get that roof rail. So I want that in there already. So let's see, Ford bumper. Now this is the heavy duty modular bumper. There again, if I know I'm immediately going to change the bumper to something else, I am not going to upgrade, but in the way that I want to do this, would keep the modular bumper and then do the winch to that camera relocation. If the camera, I don't think the camera is going to be available. That is something I need to look into. Let's go back here because I'll tell you right now, the experience I just had over the weekend. Here we go. What are the details on this mid package? Includes standard features include intelligent access, unlock, lock. Intelligent access will also lock, unlock the swing gate. Okay. The Lux package is going to include the 360-degree camera. We have to do this. So because we're going to keep the modular bumper and there is a high mount for a winch and a camera relocation that you can do. Okay, Lux package, Group 334A. This is 2825, $2,825 edition. This includes all mid-package features plus 360 camera, adaptive cruise control, B&O sound system. So you're getting the cameras, you're getting the B&O, a little bit better audio system. The disadvantage is the adaptive cruise control. However, in this particular build, we're okay with that. I didn't pick it initially because I thought I was going to save a little money. But we're going to go with that because in my build, we're going to have a Warn winch high mount with the camera relocation utilized. So I am not worried about that at all. It gets me that front camera, and I'll tell you why in just a few minutes here. So let's scroll on back to where we were. Exterior features or options, which is included, is the full vehicle steel bash plates, rear window defroster and washer, rock rails, 360-degree camera. Now we've added that Lux, the LED signature lighting with the Badlands in general. Here we're going to try something different. The Haas 3.0 with Fox internal bypass. There may be someone out there that says, "Hey, this limits you some way, you know, in off-roading for what you want to do with it." But I think the Haas 3.0 is great. Obviously, it's great for high-speed stuff, but I also think it's a huge, huge improvement for just what we're talking about, that sort of mountain, eastern United States, Smoky Mountain type of terrain. I just think it would be great. We're not going to worry about accessorizing it with tube doors. I want to keep the cost down as much as possible. The running boards, the body armor, I'm not interested in that. Paint protection film, this is limited on where it goes. So I'm going to save the $400 and then have someone locally use a wrap, which is also going to help protect that new paint. In this case here, it's going to be white. The reason why the white is giving me a blank canvas to really do some custom wrap to this. Add a lot of graphics, branding, channel branding. I don't know, something fun. We have sort of that mascot anyway. Engine block heater, it's $190. What will it hurt? It spends $190 more. You know, I just like the idea. If I do go somewhere that's extremely cold, I have the option of keeping the engine warmer. We were in Tennessee. We had a low of 16 degrees one night, no big deal. But if you're somewhere you're down in the single digits, it's just a lot easier and it's a lot better on the engine to keep it a slightly warmer than that. So when you crank up, you minimize that initial wear that you're going to get. I actually did the purge feature with the accelerator and the brake and move some oil around before in that 16 degrees before I let it fire off. Let's keep scrolling on down to the wheel locks. I'm not going to worry about wheel locks at all. Marine grade vinyl seating. Love that marine grade look, especially with that accent in there. Now, I don't see it in this picture here, but the 24 that I had the stitching in the dash. So the dash felt different, felt a little bit softer, but you also had that stitching in the very front all the way across. That added quite a bit. Like I said, I don't see it in this picture. I'm assuming it's still here for 25. Auxiliary switches to me are a factory installed must. If you're going to accessorize your Bronco at all, it is definitely something that you want to have. Storage bags for the front and rear top panels. Those are included. Hard top sound deadening headliner. It says included. I think there's some misunderstanding about the hard top, the sound deadening headliner not being included on different trims. I'm going to actually look at the 25 ordering guide to try to get a definition, but based on this right here on Ford's website, I can still get it. Auto dimming rear view mirror installed, heated steering wheel, adaptive cruise control. That's what we talked about with the Lux, the power outlet. All this stuff here is is standard. You do get the dual smart charging USB ports up into the dash there. That's really good. You have a dash mount, you have accessories there, easy to plug it in. You don't have cords running down the dash and kind of blocking that camera. You get the B&O sound system, 12-inch LCD screen, like we talked about, that standard now. Um, and with the audio upgrade, you get the Sirius XM, the Sync 4, the connected navigation, 1-year subscription trial on that. And that's it. So now let's get into the price. There it is, our two-door Badlands Sasquatch package, MIC with the roof rails and Lux. I do not like the fact that the 2.7 is not offered. That's a bummer, and I don't think I missed anything on that. So estimated price, net price out the door is $66,080. So you're going to definitely pay for that. We're going back to the top of this one more time. So 66,000, but we have a great platform to go. Yep, 2.3. That's it. We have a great platform to build off of. And I think based on my recent trip, now I went to the Marysville, Tennessee Bronco off Roadeo. I was there just a few days ago, had an absolutely great time, great facility, beautiful piece of property there, the perfect course, at least for us and what we were doing with it. I did drive a 24 Badlands. I think it had a 2.7 in it. I'm almost certain it did. I didn't look underneath the hood. But I do know that it was one of the funnest vehicles that I've ever driven off-road, and it was one of the most maneuverable. There were a few tight trails, and the line that I was able to take, not worried about the extra long wheel or the longer wheelbase, the line I was able to take kept me out of, worrying if I was going to, scratch the rocks on the side of on the bank or whatever. Or, and I say bank, we were down in these little washouts. And so you have the rocks that come up pretty steep on each side. You have some trees in different places. So one of the things the trail guide really, emphasized is you have this tendency to go around the low spot in a trail, when in fact that in some cases, in most cases, you should aim for that tire being in the low spot so that you minimize the lateral slide. And if there's a tree or a rock next to you, you have more control when you're closer to it and not laterally sliding. You're able to go forward, because if you're going forward, you have traction. If you're going sideways, obviously you don't. So little things like that. The two-door helped me to maneuver the trail slightly better. You also felt more of the trail in the Bronco, right? The movement of it, you're able to feel what you're running over a little bit better. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not knocking the four-door. We own two four-door Badlands. And for travel, there's nothing like what we do with a family. We're a family of 5, and we do stuff. We go places, we travel, we have, a dog once in a while that goes with us. The bottom line is we need a four-door, and having that extra cargo space when there's 2 of you, you can just fold the rear seat down. You have plenty of storage. So I think each Bronco really does have its place. For what I do, the four-door is the winner. For another third Bronco, potentially one day, I think that the two-door will be definitely what we do because of what I just experienced with that off-roading. So if you have a two-door, awesome, enjoy it. And if you take it off-road, it's really fun. But there again, cool thing about it is they have a four-door, they have a two-door, and we know it's all for a reason. The four-door is more practical. The two-door is probably a little more fun. And so you just got to pick what you need and go with it. So it's a pretty cool deal. I do want to tell you that building out a two-door is something that I would love to do, maybe in 26, when it would be more of a reality to do that. For us, is that maybe the 2.7 will be offered again, hopefully. There again, no, I'm not hating on the 2.3. I just like the 2.7 better. So anyway, well, that's it for today. I hope you like the 2025 Ford Bronco two-door Badlands build-in price. You kind of get to see how I would build it for that future build-out and project off-road vehicle. And of course, you could change the accessory. You could add more to it if you're not going to heavily modify it. But I think the way I built it here online, it would be a great platform to then accessorize from there. So I hope you like the video. If you haven't already, please give us that thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. And when you subscribe to a channel, make sure you hit the bell icon. You'll get notified when we drop a video. And who knows what else? One of these days we'll do a live for different things. But right now, I just want to cover this 25 Bronco and definitely the two-door. I just drove one. I had an absolute blast in it, and I think you might as well. So I hope you liked the video. Till next time, see you.